Welcome to your daily focus for January the 18th, 2022. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. You guys absolutely rock. We have the 18 energy today. The 18 energy is about going within. It is understanding what makes you personally happy. You feel a peace of mind. You feel in balance. It's about your dreams. It's about your goals. It's about your wants. It's about your identity. It's about your magic. Now, 1 plus 8 is a 9, so we are looking at completion, ending, so that we can step into a more, I heard, realistic version of ourselves. So, authentic. We're not hiding behind false facades. We're being real. We're being who we are. We're not hiding a talent, an ability, a part of what makes us, us. So it's understanding what prevents you from doing that. It could be certain environments. It could be 1,001 things. So look at your life. Look at where you hold back who you are personally. Maybe it's so that somebody else feels better about themselves. Maybe you don't feel the confidence that you should about a talent and ability, or just who you are. And releasing those things, working on releasing those things, putting closure to certain things. Forgiveness, forgiving yourself. If we do the numerology of the day, it is a 16 energy, and that is about awakenings. Sometimes these awakenings happen because we have ignored certain things in our life, though. So it may not seem like such a blessing when it shows up in our life. But it never takes away anything that you need in order to go forward. So knowing that, at least, when something happens in your life that just throws you, it's like a curveball. Understand and be aware that it is moving you into the right places. It is giving you the right set of circumstances. It may be bringing people into your life, letting people go in your life, environments, habits, behaviors. And 1 plus 6 is a 7, so it's standing in our truth. The more we honor our truth today, the more successful we are going forward into our tomorrow. Sun is in Capricorn, Moon is in Leo. And Uranus goes stationary direct today. So Uranus has been in retrograde since mid-August. And Uranus, things happen just out of the blue. We're not expecting it. Things change on a dime. Uranus in Taurus, now we've walked past a certain part of things, learning things. Now we're going to be walking back through. And when it comes to our finances, when it comes to our money, how we spend it, how we invest it, how we utilize it, and what we count as something of value and something not of value. Our perceptions change. Now, our perceptions can change to bring in this energy of new thoughts, new ideas, new creative approaches, original ideas, creative breakthroughs. Because we can color outside the lines. Things happen that makes us question, think. Maybe in our personal finances, maybe in the world finances. I'm sure we'll see that as well. Okay, let's get to the cards, shall we? And money can come from different sources you wouldn't expect. Other wells might dry up, but new wells spring forth. And it's being aware of these things, understanding the shift in your life personally or in the world. Allows you to build your resources a lot stronger, your retirement plan, your savings plan, your investment portfolios are just your paycheck and how you make that. You could do the 9 to 5 job. There could be something different. I know that our way of earning money over the last several years has really changed significantly. I don't care where you're from. Some of you work from home now. Some of you have to commute. Some of you get paid with shares of the company. And we have put our thoughts to what we truly need, what has value right now in our life over what doesn't have value, what we don't need. And that was from a lot of things being taken out of our life that we used to spend money on, but we could no longer enjoy. We could no longer invest in. Okay, what's our bottom card? Look at this, the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is about calling in your tomorrow, saying, I'm ready for it. It's clearing the path. It's clearing the environment around you. It's cleaning up the clutter around you in order to invite in the new experience, the new opportunity, the new adventure, the new way of doing, being, becoming. Our first card is the Three of Cups. Well, this is fun. This is joy. This is celebration. This is good news coming your way. Oh, one thing I wanted to say about the Uranus retrograde and how it's going stationary direct. When it went stationary retrograde, I think it was really getting along with Mercury. But this one, I think it's actually squared with Mercury. So we could have difficulty in talking about what we want. Our hopes, our dreams, our goals, our resources. We might find there's blocks that we have to overcome now. Especially when we're talking about it, reading about it, learning about it. So I didn't want to forget that, and I almost did. So Three of Cups, let's go back to the Three of Cups because this is all about celebration. This is all about good news coming your way. Something happens that causes celebration. Now, it might not personally be in your life. It might be somebody else's whenever it's the Three of Cups. But there's this want for celebration. You hear news and you want to throw a party for them, or you know how hard they work, so you want to congratulate them or some way. You know, maybe it's a new baby, so you're bringing over a dinner for them so that they don't have to cook with the new baby in the house. They're getting used to enough stuff with how to work out how to make supper in between the baby crying. So the Three of Cups is here is telling us that we want to celebrate. We're looking for celebration. We're looking for happiness. And there's almost an expectation that good news is coming. We can almost feel the vibration of something that just may happen, that puts us on a new path, that maybe takes us out of an old path that we do not want to walk anymore. Ten of Pentacles, this is the Yes card. I love it when the Ten of Pentacles shows up. It just gives me that peace of mind that everything will work out. This is the Yes card. What do you want? What are you striving for? What are your goals? What are your dreams? What are your plans? Are you taking time out to think about them? Because when the Yes energy shows up and we are thinking about them, let me tell you, it doesn't get any better than that. My apologies. All of a sudden I had that little tickle going on. So the Ten of Pentacles is here. Now, I always like holding this card up for people and saying, you know, can you find the Ten of Pentacles? Because it takes focus. It takes dedication. It takes determination. It takes a patience. So let me try and get in there so you can see all 10. Maybe not. I need new lights. I got some lights for Christmas. I just haven't got around to rearranging the office at all. It takes great focus. It takes great attention. It takes great patience. And so have a patience with yourself. It's taking you how many years to get to this point in time in your life. So it's going to take time to move into new opportunities, new paths. new relationships, new ways of doing, being, becoming. Absolutely. And then we have the Nine of Wands. Well, we haven't seen the Nine of Wands in quite some time, have we? The Nine of Wands talks about all these paths that you have walked. And those are the wands in the background. So as you can see, they're standing tall and strong and straight, and on each one of them there's foliage, which tells me that there's great growth because of these paths. You've grown, and it only gets better and better because now you have more talent, more ability, more expertise in all areas of your life. But now we hold the stump in our hands. It looks nothing like the other ones, although each of those started out looking like that. And we are wearing white for the new beginnings. We are wearing red for passion and courage. And we are sizing this path up for ourselves. Can I do it? It's all twisted and knotted and bent and crooked and short, and there's no growth on it whatsoever. Can I do this? So know that all those paths in the back have led you to this new path. You're ready for it. Maybe you don't believe it, but you are. So I will tell the story only because I haven't been around for a while. Well, this card hasn't been around for a while, so I'm sure there's some new people that have never heard the story before. And this card really, for me, it reminds me every time of this particular story. So there was a young girl, and she would, and I haven't told the story in a while, so I might have forgotten parts of it. She used to spin threads and yarns and different sizes of ropes and colors and for her father. And one day her father came into the room and said, "Daughter, it's time to pack up all of our strings and ropes and twines and go and sell them abroad. And while we're abroad, it's time to find you a husband." And she said, "Yes, Father." And she packed everything up, and away they went. This giant storm came upon the boat, and it was shipwrecked, and she was the only survivor. So these guards came, and they found her laying on the beach, and they picked her up, and they threw her in for auction. They put her up for sale. So one gentleman had seen her, and he thought, I could use her for what I do, so, and I'll probably give her a nicer home than a lot of these people. So he took her home, and he taught her how to make different cloths and canvases, and with different colors and different threads and different designs and different thicknesses and strengths. And one day he says, "It's time to pack up everything and go and sell our wares." And she said yes, and away they went upon the boat, and pirates overtook the boats, and they took her captive. And so they put her to work making the large masts for the sails. And yes, there was a shipwreck, and she's the lone survivor. And she wakes up on this beach, and she shakes her hands up into the air, and she says, "Why? Why is it every time I've accepted my life, every time I've decided to, yes, I'll walk this path, and I get friends and I get comfortable and I'm starting to feel good about everything, you go and you rip it away? Why? Stop, please." And these guards came down and said, "We have to take you to the emperor." And she says, "Of course you do." So away they went, and the emperor has her before him, and he says, "We have a legend that one day a woman would show up alone on the beach, and she would build these marvelous tents for the emperor. And because of that, the emperor grew in fame and fortune and all things good. Are you that woman?" And she says, "Well, tents. Yeah, I could probably do that." "Wonderful," he says, "let's get started." She says, "First I need this." He says, "We don't have that." She goes, "That's okay. I know how to make it." So they start with the canvases and the sides of the walls and everything. Then she says, "Well, now we need ropes." We have nothing like that here. The emperor said so. She says, don't worry. I know how to make the ropes. And away they went and they made the ropes. And he says, now what do you need? She says, now we need long poles to hold up the, the walls and the ceiling. And he goes, we have nothing like that. She goes, don't worry. I know how to make that. So I will teach everybody and we will do it. And this tent went up and it was the most beautiful tent with all these rooms and all these colors, and because of all the things that she had seen on her travels, she just put together this magnificent tent for all the world to behold. And the emperor grew with prestige and fame and fortune. And so she finds herself back in front of the emperor. And the emperor says, you've done all of this for me. What can I do for you? And she sat there and she thought about it. And she says, well, a long time ago, I started out with my father to find a husband. So a husband, I would like a husband. And he says, marry me. And they lived happily ever after. So now, when you look at that in the context, maybe when she was making the threads, maybe when she was making the canvases, even when she was making the poles, she wasn't ready to actually marry the emperor. Her path wasn't, she didn't have everything she needed in order to go forward, but she picked it up from all her different paths, which sometimes doesn't look like they're all coming together, but they are all coming together for us, for a new path, a new walk, a new adventure, a new opportunity. And so we have to prepare ourselves. We have to size that up. We have to make the plan. We have to learn, perhaps. We have to grow knowledge. Maybe grow our circle of friends to like-minded people. So this is really a day when we will understand how we're being held back. By what old thoughts, old theories, old crutches, and looking forward into new and wonderful experiences. But what is holding you back from your passions, your dreams, your desires? And this is a time when we can actually release, let go, complete. Oh, look at this. Dreams. Believe in your dreams. What a beautiful card that is. Dreams. Believe in your dreams. You have that dream for a reason. Nobody else has that unique dream that you have. And only you can manifest it into the way it needs to be. Nobody, you might say, well, I've got this idea, but it seems like everybody and their brother's doing it. But it's how you do it that's going to make the difference. That's why it's your dream. And for things that aren't supposed to be in your path, you don't dream of them. I mean, I've never dreamt of flying a plane. That holds no interest for me. Other people, man, from the time they can walk, they're fascinated with the plane. They can't wait to get into the cockpit. They can't wait to hold those controls and fly above the clouds. Because that's their dream, and it calls to them, just like it does not call to me. So I need to pay attention to the things that call to me, because that's pulling me in the direction I need to go. Even if it doesn't fit with what you're already doing, at least mull it over, at least think it through. Because the universe, the world, God, your angels, your spirit guides could be showing you a path that is waiting for you. I was talking to someone the other day, and they met somebody, and they had known each other or had met each other many years ago. And their families knew the families, the friends knew the friends, but they weren't ready to meet each other. And so our beautiful Nine of Wands comes out to tell us that we just weren't prepared, we weren't ready. And now we are. So yes, especially with Mercury in retrograde, it's all about the re. Now Uranus is going forward, so we're starting to understand. Especially about resources, finances, our stability, our peace of mind. And bringing us down to earth and making us feel like we are grounded in some way. Okay, our animal today is, look at this, Tangled Wishes with the Ladybug appears. Tangled Wishes. I do like the Christmas light part of this. Sometimes our lives are just a tangled up mess. Just like Christmas lights when you take them out to hang them up. We all I'm sure experienced that at one point or another in our lives. Oh. So, ask for assistance, healing, angel's path, and manifest. Crying is all right in its own way while it lasts, but you have to stop sooner or later, and when you do, you still have to decide what to do. The ladybug originated in Europe during the Middle Ages when insects were destroying the crops. Legend says, did I even read about dreams? I didn't, did I? We don't even have a mantra. Oh my gosh, I just went right into I laid it down. Hang on, we'll get back to the ladybug, but let's look at dreams fast and just see what it says. Oh my gosh. You know, I came home and I sat in my bed, and I mean, I've just been working some like wacky, crazy long days. When I'm not here, trust me, I've had a 9 to 16 hour day at work. It's not because I don't want to be here, okay? So, you know, my apologies when I'm not here, and I do try. Like tonight, it's quite late, but I passed right out sitting up. I woke up like 3 hours later, sitting up. Like, who does that? Oh, and I thought, oh my gosh, I got to get down to the office. Dreams, believe in your dreams. Believe for yourself and reach for the stars. And that has been such the motto over especially the last 3 or 4 months for ourselves. To really reach for the stars, to really think outside the box, to step into new opportunities, new ways of doing, being, becoming. Absolutely. What are your dreams? You have the courage, patience, and passions within you to make a difference in your life and the life of others. When you have a dream, you have a responsibility to make it real because it's your dream. Because it's your dream. Dreams are never free. It takes time, energy, sacrifice to create the reality and live your dream. It takes preparation, determination, and effort. Never compromise or surrender your dreams. Believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams. And the mantra is, I believe in following my dreams. So anyways, we will go back to our ladybug. I'm so sorry about that. Oh, I thought I had shaken out all the cobwebs, but apparently I haven't. So we receive messages frequently, but are often too stressed out, too contained within our own grief, or just too stubborn to see the messages between the worlds. Whether you have experienced a death, a divorce, a breakup, or you've maybe felt like you've lost your life purpose, it's so easy to get caught up in the negative, and the smog only gets deeper and deeper the longer you allow yourself to sit within it. So sit and just be. So many times when we experience a loss, we are afraid of going within our mind and actually grieving. And it's okay to grieve. It doesn't mean you're weak. It makes you human, and it's part of the healing process. So when we try and turn that off, when we try and put a smile on our face that doesn't belong there, we are harming ourselves. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to cry. It's okay to get angry. It's okay to get frustrated. Yes, it's all part of the human experience. And by being an extremely positive person, you have to experience all your emotions, not just, or you'd never really understand when you're moving towards that positive. So often we try and push things away and it brings us down. Even though we think we've pushed it to the back burner and we can't see it, we carry it. All it takes is a word or a smell or a reminder of some sort that still lingers in the background, and our whole energy just goes and it flatlines on us. So pay attention to your emotions, all of them, and experience them. Sit and just be. So many times when we are experiencing a loss, we are afraid of going within our own mind and actually grieving, and it's okay to grieve. Doesn't mean you're weak. It makes you human, and it's part of the healing process. It's all right for you to seek assistance from those who can help. No angels, spirit guides, animal guides. Those here on this earthly plane are ready and willing to assist. You just have to make the first move. Just like Christmas lights, our life's wishes can be tangled up in a mess. Step by step, with patience, with perseverance, you can untangle your wishes into something actual and real. Life is good. Have faith that you can move forward. Your path may be a tangled mess now, but you have to believe, because sitting there sulking in sadness won't get you to where you want to go. It's time for you to dream. It's time for you to start to manifest your goals. It's time for you to be clear on your wishes going forward. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.